Hey everybody, it's Willow and welcome back to Willow Moon Mystical. So I want to share something with you. This is a vial for putting powders in. It is not a crematory vial. It is a vial for putting magical powders in or conjuring powders. The cork easily disengage and you can pour the powder out to use it, or you can wear it for your own magical purpose. I normally carry psychic enhancement powder in this, but it was kind of like getting a little bit old, and so I wanted to change it up. I have a friend who is starting to work on her psychic abilities and opening her third eye and working on her chakra, her throat chakra as well, for communication and self-expression. So I decided I was going to make her one of these vials, although it won't look like this, as I will be using just a clear vial, but she will be able to wear this as a necklace, as I will put it on a chain a little bit later. So before we get started, let's craft this vial. So what I have here is I have one eye pin, and the eye pin is going to be what's going to connect it to the chain. So I'm going to put on a bead cover, bead cap, a bead, and then I am going to use this, and I'm going to push this right down to the center of this cork, as such. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm not worried about it tearing off that little piece there. That's fine. I'm going to cut this about here. Don't let your scraps run away, because they can flip and hurt somebody. And I've got my needle noses here, and I'm going to turn this. There we go. And that will stop it from coming back through the cork. And that is going to be the top of the bottle. And I'll probably try to push this cork in as far as I can. Now, I also want to create one to hang off from this. So this is a straight pin, head pin. And I'm going to put on the bead and the bead cap. I had brought out some other smaller beads just in case, but after thinking about this, I don't know if I'd like putting one more on there. Okay, that came off. So I think I will put this on the bottom to stop that from coming off. And then the bead cap. And then I'm not sure about putting this one on top. I think that looks okay. So now I'm going to clip this here. And I'm going to roll this one around. These have just about had it. They do not want to cooperate, but they're the ones I have out right now. So I'm going to use them. Might need to put some mineral oil on them. And there we go. Yeah, I need to put some mineral oil on these. These accidentally got left outside, and I think they might have gotten a little rusted. So I'm going to have to put some mineral oil on them and loosen them up. But for now, that's fine. And I'm going to hang this off of here, like such. And I can probably, let me bend that over a little bit. I can probably go ahead and do that now. Let me get a a jumper ring. I don't want a great big one for that, but then I do want a big one to, or a moderate sized big one to put it on the chain. So we will use these. Let me get my other tools. Uh-oh, tangled up here. That's what happens. And we're going to open this. Perfect. Turn this back around a little bit. I might cross this video and put this video on my beautiful beaded journey as well. So I think I will. So there we go. There is going to be, and then I want to put the larger jumper ring on the very top. That's what will slide on the chain when I'm ready to craft the chain and put it on there. As such. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful. So there is now, that is created. And like I said, I'm not worried about this part right now. So with that being done, let us set this aside. And I want to come into this next one. Now, I need my mortar and pestle. So I'll move these over as the bottle now is, you'll see. And I'll push it down in there as far as I can and maybe even super glue it. And then that will be her, yeah, I'm going to have to. But that's going to be her necklace. And I've got coven powder in my hands. So in my mortar and pestle, here are the herbs I am going to be using. And these herbs are known for communication with spirit and communication with the angels and your guides. Also, they also enhance your own psychic abilities. So the first one is mugwort. And I am going to be creating enough to put in both vials. Look at that. I got that witch's intention powder all over her vial, but I can wipe it off. So I'm going to add some mugwort first. And that's why I have this little tray here. Just want to make sure this is all ground up. Pretty much it came ground up. So I'm going to move that over. And then I want to add some angelica root. So we only need a little bit of this, and this is going to take some grinding, I'm telling you. Ooh, am I shaking the table? I bet. So give me a second to grind these up the best I can. You know what? Let me show you something about angelica root. In the bottom, it will settle and it will break. So I think I'm going to take this and just pour it back in here. I'm going to go after, and that's what I had originally intended to do, because down here in the bottom, it already makes a beautiful powder if I can get to it. You see that? You see that powder there already? So I'm going to try to nestle down and get some of that powder. There, I think we got it about enough, because these are really hard to grind, especially on the video. So hold on a second. Let me try to grind some of this up. And we'll use what we can. So I think we're done. I'm going to pause this so I can work on grinding this. If I do it here on the table, what's going to happen is it's going to make the video jump all over crazy. So I'm going to pause this for a minute while I grind this up. Okay, thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. So I was able to grind this up as much as I can, and I'm going to take this spoon and put it in, just put it in with, you don't want to waste any of that powder. There we go. Alrighty, now we have our angelica, we have our mugwort, and now we are putting in our mandrake. And again, mandrake's going to be a little bit of a challenge, so we may not be able to break this all the way down into a powder, and that's okay if we're not. So I'm going to do the best I can. This is, I'm not even going to try, to be honest with you, I'm not. I can just add a couple of pieces of mandrake into the smaller vial, and to this vial, I don't think we'll have any problem. So now that we got those, got the mandrake, I'm going to go back in and add the angelica root and the mugwort. And I'm going to mix these up. Now to this, there's two powders I do want to add. This first one here, the lighter one, the beigeish white color, this is coven powder, aka witch's intention powder, and this is made by a circle of witches or a coven of witches, and each witch adds three ingredients. It can be spices and herbs, and they add each one for the intention that they carry. Now we have 7 witches. So with 7 witches, each bringing 3, that creates 21. Now there is a base to the powder already, such as we use cornstarch, because cornstarch absorbs all of the other energies. And then we also use cinnamon to speed it up, and we use cayenne to heat it up, and we use salt for purification. So those are the bases. Then each witch grind 3 herbs and added them for a total of 21. Now, if you create this with your circle, or you create this with another witch, then you would want to work off the basis of 3s, and they have to be odd numbers. So it would be 3, 5, 7. Yes, because you cannot use 6. 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 21. You would not use 18. So there I am adding that, and then the next one I'm adding is angel psychic protection, because I want to protect my psychic. I want to protect myself psychically and mentally and emotionally when dealing with spirits. So I'm adding those in as well, and now I'm just going to kind of like mix all this up together. You might hear neighbors talking behind me. It's kind of hard to keep up focus when they're directly right behind you. There are a couple of dear ladies, but they can get quite loud. Full of life they are. So now we have this ready, and now I am going to enchant this mixture. I call on my angels, my guides, and my ancestors to come and help me to bless this psychic enhancement and protection powder, and allow it to bring forth the worth of the earth that we are requesting. This is my will, so mote it be. Okay, so now we've got this. I'm going to set this aside because now what we need to add, and I want to clear off this little, we need our crystals. Okay, so first off, we do have some selenite, and I want to add that selenite in for that protection. So I will need to crush this. And I'm hoping I don't have to dump out the mortar and pestle. But normally if you just gently hit selenite, it will start breaking down. And it is. I'm going to hold this up so I don't have to shake this camera. And I'm going to just add that in, because I'm going to crush that into that. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. And since this can be easily crushed, I'm just going to crush the selenite in with it. So give me just a second to do that. Oh yeah, that is crushing right in. So there you go. You can see where I was able to crush that selenite right in with the rest of that powder mixture. So now in the vials, what I want to add, let me get mine as well. And I have to be careful because mine is made on a string. So into the vials, what I wish to add is the crystals I'm using, other than the selenite that we put in here. For protection and cleansing, I am using angel auras quartz to help us communicate with our angels, our guides, and our ancestors. Turquoise to work on our throat chakra and our throat chakra, our third eye, and our crown for communication and expression. Then I'm working on amethyst to work on our third eye and our crown. And then here on the side, I have some clear quartz, and the clear quartz is for, let me move these out of the way. And the clear quartz here is to amplify and harmonize all of the energy, but also to work on our crown chakra. So these are the crystals I'll be adding to the vials today. Now to my vial, the first one I want to add to get the energy brewing is I am going to add a couple of these clear quartz, and that's all I'm going to, I got one big one. That's all I need to add to mine. Now to my sister's vial, I am going to add, let me move this up. I am going to add the rest of these clear quartz. And so there we go. Then I want to add some aura quartz. And this helps to keep your aura clear, but also let you get in touch with your angels, your ancestors, and your guide. It's really wonderful for that. So I'm just going to add a small one into mine. That's basically all I need, this little vial. And I'm going to add these into hers. Now I'm going to add some tourmaline. Turquoise. And turquoise is also good for spirit communication. That's one of the reasons why I chose it. And I also chose it to work on your throat chakra, and can also help with the third eye chakra. So I'm just going to put these bigger ones. See, that one won't fit. I'm not going to force one because I don't want it to get stuck. Beautiful. I'll get a couple more to add to mine. And I only need to add a couple of these small ones. I think I'm going to turn this over to hold this up. Perfect. And then I'll put the rest of these into hers. Perfect. And then the last one, of course, is amethyst. And amethyst is one of my overall stones. I wear an amethyst for protection on a regular basis. So I'm going to add one to mine, and then let me get a couple of these to add to hers. So here is her bottle. You can see she's got clear quartz, angel ore quartz, she's got turquoise, and she's got amethyst. And I have the same in mine, but I have placed more in here for her, not only because it's a bigger vial, but because she is newer. And those are pretty to look at. This mixture, however, may not be so pretty to look at, but that's okay as long as it does its purpose. So I'm going to take the spoon and see if I can fill mine. Looks like it's going to go in pretty easy. Might even help a little bit, I guess. Come on now. Yeah, didn't need to make that big of a mess. Okay, I'm going to take this to push it in. I think mine may be full. Yes. I'm going to get this in there. Keep pulling it back out. That's what I'm doing. I'll take a little bit, push in there. I think that'll do it. Let me see the cork. Yeah, I'm going to have to pack this one down in there a little bit. But it will go. Oh, it's a piece of stick in there. It's stopping it. Okay, let's try that now. Well, guess I got that out. Yes, indeed, I did right there. That little piece of stick was stopping the cork. Now the cork goes right in. Let me dust off the powder. I will need to re-add my charm, but I'll do that in just a second. Moving on to hers, I want to add these in. Now I don't know if I'll fill hers all the way up because I want to have room to breathe and marinate. When you overfill them and you pack them, it doesn't really get to do that. Beautiful. Guess I'll add a little bit more. So let's get these in here. Now we're ready to put her cork on. I want to push it down in there as far as I can get to go. Oh, that is not going to come out. And I might just reinforce it for a little bit of E6000. But right now I think I've got it pretty well in there, and I'll wipe this off. But first I think, let me see. There we go. First I think I do want to enchant this for her. So that keeps leaning and that's bothering me. Okay, when it's hanging it won't. So I want to enchant this for her. So I enchant this necklace for enhancing psychic ability, for working on the third eye, the throat, and the crown chakras, and for psychic protection and mental protection. I wish it to serve her well in opening up her natural gifts and to help her with her reading and her intuition. This is my will, so noted be. So now her little bottle is ready. I am going to put that on a chain, and she can wear this at will whenever she's working on her chakras, when she's working on her psychic ability, opening her third eye, or she can just use it for protection when she is doing her readings. I will put this on some type of cord or a chain after I fasten one for her to be able to wear her bottle. Now, back to mine. I think I have a little bit of powder in there. I can see it has the powder and it has the crystals. And since mine hangs like this, I am not going to worry too much about, um, I'm not going to worry too much about the cork coming off or anything. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take a tiny, tiny jumper ring and where mine came off, I don't wait on fixing my jewelry because then it seems like things come up and I keep saying I'll get to it, then I don't. So I like to fix them right then. So I'm going to put this through here. I'm going to add it back onto the cork. I need to support that cork. And then I'm going to close this up. As such. Perfect. And now it will hang from my, there we go. There, that is fixed. It's beautiful. I'll just dust it off one more time. And it is ready. Yeah, look at that. Look how pretty. And I can wear it. And I carry my protection powder with me, my psychic enhancement protection powder. And I carry the crystals to help enhance and develop my psychic ability a little bit more. And oh, did it come right back off? It sure did. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what it is. It's not this. This has an opening in it. Okay, so I need to close that opening. I can do that. Okay, now put this back on. So I've got to open this back up again. Yeah, that ain't going to work. That's too small. Now let me close this again. It's not going to work with you sticking up there. Oh, come on. The sweet love of sanity. There we go. Now it won't come back off there as I did close up that hole altogether. So here's what we have. We'll go back over this one more time. And our lovely mess here. So the crystals that we use are turquoise for working on your throat chakra and your third eye. Then we used amethyst for working on your third eye and your crown. Then we used aura quartz for working on your crown chakra and your third eye, as well as help you to connect to your angels, your guides, and your ancestors for spirit communication and also for your own protection. Then we added selenite for protection. We added clear quartz to harmonize all these energy and also to work on the crown chakra to open us up to connection to spirit. And then the herbs we used are mugwort for spirit communication, angelica root for spirit communication to connect to your angels and your archangels, and for spirit communication protection. Then we used mandrake also for spirit communication. So these are the herbs that we used. Then we added the powder of angel psychic protection, which is for protecting when you're dealing with spirits and working in shadows. It helps protect you. It helps to assist in protecting you, your psyche, as well as helping you to sustain mental clarity and focus. So that is what we use today to create our bottles. And this is the one I created for my friend, which she will be able to wear as a beautiful necklace. And then I just refilled my own. So there you go. I thank you for joining me. And if I will list everything down below as well. Thank you for joining me. Stay forever magical and blessed be.